Okay, so let's see. Clear the Dream was written in Baylor, Texas, Texas A&M. We played this large restaurant there. It was kind of like uh, it was a large restaurant. Uh, and it was the first place where the gal I was with, I had matched up in Oklahoma City, about 6 or 7 months before this, uh, with a gal named Yancy K. Blanton, and we were going strong. A lot of love, a lot of good feelings. And then I thought, let's um, let's teach you how to play drums. I happened to have carried a set of drums with me then, my Ludwigs, uh, that were natural wood. And I carried them along because I wanted to learn to play them and I wanted to record them. And so when she decided to come on the road with me, uh, a few months into it, I said, "Hey, why don't you want to learn to play drums? If you learn to play drums, you can make some money. We'll be more bookable as a duo because guy-girl duos are just ideal uh, at that time, for bookings." And she said, she was game for it. So and Baylor was the first place where we actually rehearsed. We tried to she tried to rehearse in the closet of an apartment because they gave us instead of a usual motel room, they gave us an actual apartment, a 1 bedroom apartment. So we put the drums in the closet and tried to practice, but of course you can't practice drums in an apartment complex. This is never going to work. So we ended up renting a storage unit, big storage unit, and then I recorded myself. I brought the 8-track half-inch recorder to. Now I'm wondering if it was the 8-track or no. I brought a recorder and I had my set there recorded. And so she'd put on the headphones and get on the drums. And we broke down what she needed to learn into 3 sections. A shuffle, which is always the hardest. Boom, cha-boom, cha-boom, cha-bam, cha-boom, cha-ba, cha-boom. But comes in handy. Plenty of shuffles out there that I was playing. And the other one was what we call the rock and roll beat, which is boom, boom, cha, boom, boom, pa, boom, boom, pa, boom, pa. And the other one was real straight, kind of like a Fleetwood Mackie, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom. So between those 3, she could play just about any of the songs, or if she could hear it and deal with that. Now, most drummers don't play live in front of folks or in a band or anything until they've been playing 6 months or something, to build up their muscle and stuff. But she had like a couple of weeks to get that. So the reason this all ties into the song is that I started to feel further and further removed from playing at my best, which was the whole intent, to find out what I could do, how I could play at my best, and discover and push the boundaries of my best. But bringing her along, she had never played music. She didn't know the language. I couldn't say quarter notes, eighth notes. She was overwhelmed really pretty much with it. So, but I had to sort of just kind of like, I had to let go of trying to play at my best and bring her along. And it gave me a disconnect not something that I was used to feeling. There was never a lot of question about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. But I was suffering a disconnect, and so I wrote "Clear the Dream" because it was, although the song can, intentionally and easily be taken as a guy girl thing. I actually wrote it for the sense of of music, of exploring and pushing my boundaries, and I wrote it for that sense because I was losing touch with that, and so it was clear the dream. I was beseeching the universe to not to retreat from me, to stay with me, to stay in my heart, that energy, that exploration, sort of thing. And that was it. Wrote it. Always a tough song for me to sing, because it's just at the pretty much the limit of my range. It's very melodic and always tough. Not to mention trying to hit harmonies or anything like that. Uh, but I'm pretty happy with the way it's working out. It's one of those songs that I seem to get to a certain point and I think, great, that's fantastic, that's better than I ever thought it could be. And then a couple of weeks later, I listen to it and I go, yeah, but that thing and that thing and that. It's one of those songs. It's up to revision 85 or 3 or something. It's just been one of those songs. All right, so let me do this. If I've got a good balance here, next time through will be the real deal. Yeah.